Today, we'll discuss the most incredible internal combustion engines and fascinating tuning projects. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's go! Many know W-shaped engines from the most popular hypercars of today, like the Bugatti brand, which features a W-shaped 16-cylinder turbocharged engine with a massive 8 liters of displacement and over 1,000 horsepower. However, the Volkswagen Group has experimented with this engine architecture in its other vehicles. These are usually quite expensive cars, like the Bentley Bentayga and Audi A8, where a 6-liter W12 was used, and this engine was also installed in more mass-market vehicles, for example, the VW Touareg, and you might have heard about it. But there's another car, the Volkswagen Passat in the quite popular B5 Plus body style, which interestingly also had a unique W8 engine configuration that was never used in any other car. The engine, known as BDN, is a 4-liter, 8-cylinder naturally aspirated unit with 32 valves. Created from two V-shaped VR4 engines with just a 15-degree offset, and the blocks themselves offset by 72 degrees and placed on a single crankshaft. It generates 275 horsepower and 370 Nm of torque while weighing 190 kilograms. It might not offer fantastic power or torque figures, but owners praise it for its superior elasticity and smoothness. It's a rather large naturally aspirated engine in a relatively compact and light vehicle. Thanks to the W-shaped layout, the engine was comfortably fitted in the small engine bay of the Passat, but sales weren't great. The engine itself was costly to produce, so only 11,000 Passat W8 were made. Externally, they didn't really differ from other versions, and the acceleration to 100 km/h was 6.5 seconds. Volkswagen also had an interesting W12 Supercar concept, but it never went into production. And of course, we all know about the W-shaped engines from the Bugatti group with their W16. But now it's known for sure that even Bugatti is moving away from the W16 in their next hybrid hypercar, which will transition to a new naturally aspirated V16 engine configuration. But more on that later. Now onto some crazy tuning projects. This tractor was developed based on the Volvo BM470 with an enlarged front part to fit a V12 engine from a Soviet tank with a whopping 38.9 liters of displacement, producing between 580 to 800 horsepower and over 2,000 Nm of torque. And all this devastating power is in a lightweight tractor frame. Here, I think it's just worth savoring all this power. This project is also impressive. It's a bike onto which 24 two-stroke chainsaw engines were installed, all of which start up and work quite well. And here's a penny from Latvia with an engine from a ZZR 1100 sportbike. Interestingly, the motorcycle with this engine can accelerate up to 280 km/h, but it's also 4 times lighter. The engine has a 1.1-liter displacement, produces only 112 Nm of torque, but since it can rev up to 11,000 revolutions per minute, it delivers 147 horsepower. At first glance, this is a standard smart car, but it was modified by the Brabus tuning studio. Not just modified, but a completely new engine layout was developed for it. Initially, a very compact 3-cylinder turbocharged engine with just 0.7 liters of displacement and up to 101 horsepower was installed at the rear of the standard smart car, which is quite good for a car weighing less than 800 kilograms. But Brabus thought this was not enough. So they took these two 3-cylinder M160 engines and made a V6 with 2 turbos, doubling the displacement to 1.4 liters and increasing the power to 170 horsepower. As the torque nearly doubled, the transmission was decided to be taken from the diesel Smart 4.4. To compensate for the increased weight, carbon fiber components, a sporty soft fuel tank, and a reworked suspension were installed. Thanks to this, the acceleration to 100 kilometers per hour takes just 5.8 seconds. A very cool result for 2003. But since only 10 such cars were produced, containing truly unique features, this Smart cost clients €350,000. Thank you all for watching. Write in the comments what you think about these projects. And feel free to like to get more releases more often.